Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, we're going to look at past, current, and future energies, see what's going on, see what's happening, see who needs to hear a message. All right, we have Ace of Cups. Temperance. My first thought, which I'm just going to say, we'll see what other cards there are, but my first thought is that you freed yourself from a relationship that you felt you were being held back. All right, we'll see what's going to happen, but I'm just going to say my first thought, my first feeling is when I see that. But then my second thought was that you worked through a relationship where you had that compromise, where you learned to compromise, where you learned to work things out. All right. Seven of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. Current energy, I feel like you're kind of thinking about what it went on in the past with relationships, right? Maybe thinking about those past relationships. Maybe you felt you had to compromise too much. Maybe you felt that there wasn't a compromise on both sides. I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you're looking back at this. Right? And now you're ready to move forward on something. Yeah. Okay. Five of Swords and Page of Cups. I feel like you're no longer letting in the future, it's like you're not going to let what other people have to say stop you from what it is that you want to do, or to make you feel less than because of the way that you feel. Sometimes people don't understand. It's like, they don't want to validate the way that you feel because it's not how they feel. And it's like, well, you can feel the way that you want to feel, and like the other person can feel the way they want to feel, and you have the right to feel the way that you feel, because that's your perception and that's what you feel, and that should be validated. And I feel like in the future, you're learning that, hey, I'm not going to let what other people have to say, that what I have to say is important, what I feel is important. And I feel like that's a new feeling for you, and that makes you feel good, and that makes you feel stronger, because you're like, I'm not going to let what other people have to say affect me. Sometimes I feel like we let what other people have to say affect us too much. It's good to hear, what people have to say, and to listen to it, but it's like you shouldn't have to be criticized because you're not accepting what the other person has to say. All right, so definitely I feel like it's working through relationships. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Worrying about things that you can't control. I mean, that's definitely something that, I've had to work on that, because sometimes I would just stress and worry about everything. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just piling on my head, and it's like, I need to let that go. If you can't control the situation, then worrying and stressing about something isn't going to help the situation. It's only hurting yourself. I definitely feel like you're making changes within relationships, and I feel like you're making changes within how you perceive things and how you're letting other people affect you. And I feel like you're growing into that strength and making those tougher decisions, because sometimes we've surrounded ourselves with people, and we may have accepted that behavior before, but because we're learning and we're growing and we want to have the best for ourselves, that we change. But sometimes those people don't change with us. They're kind of still behind where we're going. And I feel like that's what's happening here with this reading, is that you're evolving, you're growing, you want better. You're reevaluating relationships, you're reevaluating what people have to say. But it's a new feeling, it's a different feeling. You're getting into these new emotions and these new feelings. But I feel like it's in a good way. I don't feel that it's negative or positive. Negative. I mean, it is positive. All right. Yeah, look at that. That Ten of Cups. Wanting that Ten of Cups, and what are those, wanting those positive relationships. Were you feeling that Ten of Cups in the past, Were you feeling that? And I feel like that's what you were trying to get, but I feel like you were struggling trying to get, yeah. you were struggling trying to get there to that 10 of Cups because you were having these challenges. But I feel like you were recognizing those and you were kind of making those changes, right? You were adjusting things. Knight of Cups, I feel that it's, again, having to do with, you know, kind of reaching out to those people that maybe you felt that it was just one-sided, and maybe you felt that you were the one that was always compromising and you were always the one that was trying, and that gets exhausting. You know, when you keep trying and you're not getting that response from that person and you're not getting that energy back, you're like, oh my gosh, how many more times can I try? And I feel like that's where you are now, is you're kind of reevaluating, is do I want to keep trying in this relationship, you know, or in this situation, and I'm not getting anywhere, and kind of being like, I'm not going to waste any more time on this, right? I'm not going to stress about this anymore because I've tried. Sometimes it's like you can do as much as you can do, and then it's like you wipe your hands of it. It's like, okay, it's in that person's, you know, it's in that person's hands, and I'm not going to stress about it anymore. They can make the decisions on what they want to do, but you're making the best decisions for yourself, right? That you're choosing what makes you happy, right? Because who wants to have these 10 of Wands that you're carrying around on your back all the time? Nobody. That's a lot. That, you know, that's not something that you want to do. You want to be light. You want to be happy. Look at this. I love this energy that you're coming into, this Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. Could be that somebody from your past is coming back into your life, but it's somebody that you had a very positive relationship with. It's someone that, it was not a toxic, horrible relationship. It was a positive relationship. Sometimes we have those people where, you know, they're kind of going in their direction, we're going in our direction, life kind of, you know, we go through life and then you reconnect with someone. So there could be somebody that's coming back in to your life that you knew. It could be a friendship, it could be a partnership, whatever that represents for you. But I feel like it's you getting into that happy place and having fun and doing those things that make you happy and make you excited, that makes you happy, right? That makes you feel good, that you're focusing on your wants and your needs. And that's very important. Future energies, you know, like I was saying before, is that, yeah, it's okay to hear what people have to say, but, you know, maybe not letting that affect you as much as it was before. Like, you're like, okay, I heard what you had to say, but I'm still going to make my own choice, right? Grounding. You're feeling more grounded. You're feeling like you're, maybe before you were like kind of all over the place because you were listening to all of what these other people had to say, and you were stuck in this Nine of Swords, and you're like, no, like I've made the decision. I'm feeling more balanced. I'm feeling more confident in my own decisions and who I want to keep around me and who I want to listen to what they have to say, or taking those little tidbits that are important for me and then letting go of those ones that aren't important for me, and coming into your own confidence and your own strength. I feel like that's growing. Sometimes we feel like we're confident, but it's like I always feel like we can always add more confidence into ourselves. Like we can always feel more confident and more secure with our choices, because we all kind of have those moments where we're like, oh, I'm kind of questioning, you know, am I going in the right direction? Am I doing the right things? And we have those moments, but I feel like those moments become less and less the more confident that we become. And I feel like that's you, is growing into this confidence, becoming stronger, you know, choosing what works best for you, adjusting those relationships, not letting what people have to say bother us as much, and not being in this Nine of Swords and saying, hey, if I can't do anything to fix it, that I don't want to have all of this worry and stress about something that I can't change, right? You can't change the way other people feel. You can't change things, so why have that stress, right? And at the bottom, new, love it, Eight of Pentacles, a new way of doing things, taking a closer look at those things that you can change, and it's a new way of looking at things. And I feel that that's you right here, coming into this new way of looking at things, and especially with the Page, which is young energy, new feelings, new emotions coming in, feeling even more stronger, more grounded, more confident. It could be strengthening those relationships that you feel are good friendships, right? Sometimes we need to focus more on those people and those friendships and those relationships that help us to feel grounded, you know, and that that are positive for us, and that we need to focus more on those and less on the ones that are not supportive and are not helpful. So it could be that you're, going through a lot of relationship changes, whether it's with partners or friends or family members, or just kind of looking at things differently. And, I feel like that's a good thing, and that's what helps us to evolve, and that's what helps us to change. And to make sure that we surround ourselves with those grounding, positive people that are around us and those energies. All right, so let's get an animal oracle card. Oh, this one just wanted to flip right over. We have Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself. I love it. I love it. That's exactly what this reading is about, is believing in yourself, becoming more confident in the choices that you're making. Like I said before, sometimes when we make choices, people might want to make us feel guilty for our choices, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna let that bother me anymore, because I'm making the choices that I feel is best for me, that makes me happy, makes me feel good. Pursuing those things that make you excited, doing those things that make you happy, whatever that may be. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.